My name is Franco Potter, the Marketing and Communications Manager for the British Virgin Islands Health Services Authority. I thought this was an extraordinary workshop. I went away reinforcing concepts and communication and marketing strategies that I already had, and I actually learned quite a bit. I was really, really pleased. I look forward to coming on the second day. I would have come the whole week if I was invited. It's very reassuring in this field when you come to a workshop like this and you gather new information, you redevelop, reinforce strengths that you have, other things identified, and it was very engaging. It was quite engaging, very interactive, and I appreciated that as well. Very humorous, so it made the seriousness of the workshop lighthearted, easier to enjoy and learn it. I really appreciate it. And if you ever come back, invite me.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. How did you enjoy the workshop?
It was very informative. I must say it has opened my eyes to a different perspective of public relations as it relates to crisis communication.
Okay.
So, thank you.
And if we have the workshop again, would you attend?
Definitely. I don't think that I will be attending this time alone by myself, but I would definitely invite the public relations officer along with myself to gain the same knowledge as I would have during the sessions.
Okay, thank you for coming and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bye. Mr. Penn, how did you enjoy your crisis communication workshop?
Workshop was very informative. I must say, getting new methodologies is always critical in terms of how you deliver. You're about safety, you're about informing, and you're about raising awareness and making people better informed. Hence, the method that we was taught for the past 3 days, I think is critical, and how we communicate to the public to ensure that the correct information and the potent information are conveyed and can leave a positive and lasting effect in terms of the do's and don'ts, and leaving everyone comfortable with your objective. And that's key about the workshop. And I think that the more key people become aware of these processes, I think the better we'll be at communicating to the public. And I would say that the workshop was very informative, and I think I have benefited a lot, and I have now reinforced, and I understand now and appreciate now why I do those things, and that's very helpful for me.
Okay, Mr. Penn, thank you very much. Natalie, you were one of our participants in our crisis communication workshop. How did you enjoy it?
It was a very educational program. It was very informational. I learned a lot of things that I didn't know before in terms of handling crises. I think the role play, it was very interactive. The role play was very good. The scenarios were very good. It was a very, I really enjoyed it. It was a very good course. As you can see, I'm using some of the tools that he told us with our hand gestures and stuff like that. So it was very good. I learned a lot from it. Things that we should do, things that we shouldn't do. He used a lot of examples, video examples. He took video footage of us doing our presentation so we could learn from our mistakes and critique others and accept constructive criticism. So it was very, very good.
Okay, and you think others also should attend a workshop in crisis communications?
Of course, yes.
Natasha, you was one of our participants in our crisis communication workshop. How did you enjoy it? Did you gain anything from it at all?
Yes, of course. I would like to extend appreciation to the tourism for allowing me to participate in this crisis communication workshop. I found that the way the workshop was set up, it was conducive to learning. We had a lot of real-life scenario and case studies that we used to kind of build our arsenal, per se, in the defense, so we can mount a good defense when it comes to crisis communication. My favorite part of the workshop were the group interaction, dealing once again with current real-life situations. Particularly for me, working in the health field, I found it to be very beneficial because we spoke about things that I am currently dealing with right now, like chikungunya and Ebola, and the perspective and the knowledge of our knowledge gained today will definitely
helped me to enhance the work that I'm doing. I learned more about messaging, the use of social media, the importance of a timely response. It was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I definitely benefited from it.
So you thought it was something that was necessary?
Definitely. It is necessary. It was a good, I wouldn't really call it a refresher. Some of the things I knew, some I didn't know. So it was a good training for me. And definitely similar training like this should be conducted for people who will be the spokesperson. In my case, I am a communication person, so I understand a lot of the elements and how to deal with certain things. But for the people who would actually be given the message, they would require similar training, in my opinion.
All right, thank you very much, Natasha. Do have a nice day. Bye. Mr. McLean, you're from the fire department. How did you enjoy the crisis communication workshop that was facilitated by Mr. John Rose?
I enjoyed it very much. Three of the things that I really appreciate most about it is, number one, how easy it is to do harm to your service, your department, or to the crisis that's going on. You have to be really mindful of not only what you say, but how you say it. Secondly, I appreciate how the point was put across that we need to foster collaboration among the agencies to make sure you get that common message across. Standing alone is not always going to work. The public needs to know that everybody's on the same page, working to try to deal with whatever's happening at the time. And thirdly, we learned that communication is not just about speaking. It's not just about listening. It's also about doing. It's about expressing. It's about learning and about putting forward what you need to put forward to deal with a crisis.
So, in other words, this workshop was necessary.
Absolutely. My only regret is that more agencies and more persons were not here. In each of our own little corners, we often have to put out information. But this information sometimes is either to the benefit or the detriment of the territory. We all need to know that we're not only putting out a good message, but a message that would not harm the territory in the whole. When I put out a message on fire, it might go around the world. And that message might either encourage or discourage persons from coming to the territory or from investing in the territory. So we have to be mindful of how we say what we say, and we have to be mindful of how we deal with crises.